Good day to everyone. Today, me, Devina Tanarajan, Tarshini Tayalan, and Sharmina Alejandra are here to present about the analysis that we have made from the Spritzer case study. It's our pleasure to welcome all of you to our presentation. Let's look on to the agenda for today. We will start with the introduction, which would be the company background of Spritzer Berhard. The second part that we're gonna look is summary of the given case study, followed by the key issue that we have identified. The fourth part is the case study questions and answers, and the last part for today's presentation would be the recommendation that we would like to suggest together with a simple conclusion. Now, let's start the presentation with a small briefing about Spritzer. Spritzer Berhard was founded by Dato Lim Kok Boon in the year 1989. Their headquarters is located in Taiping, Perak. Spritzer Berhard is a sole listed water bottle company of our country which manufactures the well-known brands like Spritzer and Cactus. The company mainly functions over three segments, which is manufacturing, trading, and others. The most famous products of Spritzer are Pop, Tinge, Spritzer mineral water, and so on. In our country, Spritzer Berhard is being the most integrated and biggest manufacturer. When we look on to the Spritzer's success, they have obtained many awards for their class and perfectness. Moreover, they are the best caretaker when it comes to nature. For a proof, they take extra care to 330 sites of their natural mineral water resources at Taiping by using several methods like having guardians, watchful guards around the whole area, and so on. These methods are undertaken to make sure that all their water resources are pollutant free. In other end, they also have their own recreational park to show their care towards nature. This park is named as the Spritzer Eco Park. This park promotes recreational facilities and activities along with historical and educational attraction and tours to the visitors. These ideas were brought up to preserve the nation's heritage for upcoming generation in our country.
Next, summary of Spritzer case study. Spritzer is Malaysia's biggest bottled water manufacturer with an annual production capacity of approximately 600 million liters of bottled water. They are vertically integrated water bottling company which engaged in the manufacture and sale of water bottling of natural mineral water, sparkling natural mineral water, distilled drinking water, carbonated fruit flavored drink, non-carbonated fruit flavored drink, toothbrush and preforms, and also packaging bottles. Furthermore, Spritzer has three bottling plants in Taiping, Yongpeng and Shalam. Taiping and Yongpeng plants manufacture Spritzer and Cactus mineral water plant. Meanwhile, Shalam grows the summer drinking water plant. Not only that, Spritzer also has 8 approved wells in total. Spritzer Company has its own competitive advantages such as perceived commodity differentiation, low-cost producer, and a high entry and exit barrier cost. In perceived commodity differentiation, Spritzer acts as the plant and also as an automation bottling facilities in a decent quality mineral water supply at its Taiping facility. And they are also capable of delivering 2 to 3 times higher prices than drinking water. Next is the low cost producer and high entry and exit barrier cost. Spritzer also acts as an upstream incorporation of mineral water under Taiping rainforest where they can freely manufacture owns plastic bottles, preforms and bottle caps. They also owns warehouse inventory and distribution network as well. Due to strong branding effect in local and strategic location in sourcing raw material and automation process of manufacturing, Spritzer's business model is great and better. Next, key issues of Spritzer case study. There are two key issues, which are building and expanding new warehouses and adding new production lines. Building and expanding new warehouses is to ensure that the bottled water has enough space to stock up their products. This is to increase the sales and produce the product as per customers' demand and retailers' demand as well. The second reasons of building and expanding new warehouses is less space capacity in freezer warehouse to stock up their product. So when the demand of bottled water increases, the freezer Berhad faces a huge problem in delivering the products on time due to less space capacity and not enough space to stock up their products in their warehouses. The second key issue is adding new production line. In Spritzer Berhad, there is only one production line, and as per estimated quantity of the products are only will be produced on that specific time, and they can't produce more than the estimated quantity because of one production line. So the particular demand will be only focused when the pressure of the demand increases. So they have to expand their production line in order to cater the demand equally to all the buyers to increase the sales of bottled water. These are the key issues of Spritzer case study, which are mainly occurring in Spritzer Berhad.
Let us look on to the case study questions and answers.
Question A for Spritzer case study is: draw a logistics network of Spritzer Berhad. The logistics network of Spritzer Berhad actually functions as this. Firstly, the supplier supplies goods to bottling facilities, from bottling facilities to Spritzer plant, from Spritzer plant it goes to warehouse, and from warehouse it will be delivered to distributor, and from the distributor it will be delivered to retailer, and at end of the process it will be delivered to the customer.
Question B from case study is: what are the conflicting objectives between logistics system and marketing normally exist in the food and beverage industry? The first answer would be price. Price shows the actual amount that the customer expected to pay for their food and beverages once it delivered. The problem may arises is the price that being offered in marketing is relatively insufficient to satisfy the logistic cost that being used. For example, the pricing in online food delivery platforms. Let's look on to Food Panda. The pricing for a food and beverage should be highly amounted in their websites or apps when free delivery given to the customers. The high pricing may help to cover up the delivery charges mounted when delivering the food and beverages from the food supplier to the ordered customer. In other hand, if the price for the food in the website is low and free delivery given, do you think Food Panda would get any profits? The answer is no, because the marketed price will only mollify the food's price and there would be cost insufficient to satisfy logistics costs. The second conflict is order size. Order size is the quantity or number of order that being placed for a particular product. Based on this both system, marketing prefer small order size to proceed the order received by the customer, but logistics prefer bigger order size as the production runs accordingly to the economic scale. The last conflict would be information transfer. Information transfer is the process of moving messages from one party to another using a communication channel. In marketing, they only use small amount of information to promote products, but in logistics, they need high amount of information to perform the delivery activity in the food and beverage industry.
Alright, so for question number C, Roman 1, we have as the logistic manager of Spritzer, when you design a new warehouse for Spritzer, what are the factors that you consider? So, of course, we have certain factors. So, the first factor that we will consider is what kind of spritzer goods will be in the warehouse hall. So, of course, spritzer is a beverage based, and we also want to understand the characteristics of the beverages that needs to be stored will primarily solve the storage purposes. And moreover, moving on to the next factor, which is about the amount of space in terms of physical characteristics requirement. Like the dimension and the characteristics of the warehouse infrastructure play a huge role in designing the layout structure inside a warehouse. So these features impact the design of shelves, capacity of the installation, and also the distribution of spritzer goods inside the warehouse. There are some limitations like access, floors, windows, column, boxes, lines, power lines, and etc. As a third factor, we would like to consider the equipment as what means are available, because in many cases, basic warehouse design not only includes vacant space, but elements like racks, lift, transport equipment are also taken into account to store the pizza goods. In addition, moving on to the circulation of goods. We all have this question: how do spritzer goods circulate? So, circulation here refers to the movement that happen in logistics operation, such as dispatch, receipt, and order preparation processes. So, in a warehouse, it is very important to have this kind of progress. Lastly, it's about the personnel of spritzer. I want to make sure how much is the manpower requirement before designing a new warehouse. The employees who are working in a warehouse are most probably just an asset of a company. But what we want is to have to check on their level of training and more to run a warehouse better. For question number C, Roman 2, it is about what are the new innovative ideas that you propose to the management for the new warehouse in terms of warehouse facilities and material handling operations. So, of course, our first idea would be robotic automation. Robotic automation will help the manufacturers to achieve greater warehouse productivity, but it can also drive significant cost saving as compared to employing workers, because labor tends to be the largest factor of cost in warehousing. Moreover, we will also like to introduce an idea to maximize the vertical space. On the production floor, where space can be limited, it's important to take advantage of every inch of available space, like from floor to ceiling. The last idea that we would like to introduce is creating an organized warehouse is important too. According to OSHA, they report that workers nowadays are facing so much of problems like muscle strains, lower back injuries, and etc. So, to reduce this risk and such injuries, we would like to design a warehouse according to the specific task and workers. So, for example, the management of the warehouse have to ensure the working surface height is height of a conveyor or roller from the floor level. This benefits and drives greater warehouse facilities and material handling in everyday work in warehouse. So right now, if we look at question number D, it is asking about, as the logistic manager of Spritzer, what will be the recommendations to the management in improving the distribution of Spritzer products during MCO period, especially distribution to rural areas and East Malaysia, and justify your answer. So we have given answer like as a logistic manager, I will recommend to look after inventory management and tracking very well. During MCO, showing great attention to inventory of stock in different sales outlets and the subsequent sales data will tell what spritzer averages are. With that average in hand, Spritzer will see which areas are selling Spritzer products better and which areas are not performing up to par. One more thing that could help to have a record of marketing histories in all regions where Spritzer has distribution networks. Through this history, Spritzer can find out whether all areas have been through the same marketing programs or not. So in rural areas, if it is hard to distribute, Spritzer can try to use more programs, find out which programs that have not used yet. Trying something new will bring a greater improvement during MCU. Moreover, we also have recommendation like to look over the segmentation, especially the geographic expansion, which is also important to work in rural areas during MCO. If it is hard to distribute in rural areas, look over the own spritzer history. How does the distribution operation has been done during normal orders in town areas? From there, try to get some a new idea like asking workers to work from home safely, or else giving proper protection wears like masks, gloves while working. Government has allowed all the food industry to continue their distribution and production since even the MCO food is a must for all. We have few recommendations in terms of giving Spritzer company to improve their issues. So first issue is about building and expanding a new warehouse, right? So for this, we would like to recommend to add more facilities that can support in a new warehouse, which can increase their efficiency. So Spritzer should bring more systematic warehouse by having enough pallets to stock up all the upcoming produced products to deliver to the customers. Moreover, they should also concentrate on how to zone their products according to the most important to the less important products. Zoning should occur in certain segregated space in a warehouse. Moreover, adding to the another issue, it's about adding new production lines. So for this, we would like to recommend that they should increase talented manpower in their production lines. So as employees, everyone will give their contribution, but as talented manpower, these people might produce quality spritzer products in a shorter period of time. And also, we would like to add up having an ERP system will help the spritzer production line by forecasting how much spritzer products to be produced so that warehouse operates by not wasting any manpower and also inputs. So, in a nutshell, by bringing a new system into Spritzer operation, it will improve its distribution coverage, increase logistic efficiency, and also serve its end customers better. We would like to see Spritzer Company to solve their key issues by our recommendations. Spritzer Company's logistics operation will definitely be successful by applying systematic facilities in their new warehouses together adding talented manpower and implementing ERP system. By having a systematic warehouse, a company can increase their productivity. So Spritzer Company should add some changes in their issues to move better.
That's all from us. Let us end the presentation with a quote. Water is life, and clean water means health. Thank you.